Hello everyone. Today we'll be taking a look at Japanese light cruiser Kuma-Chomo in 1942 in 1/700 scale from Fujimi. And this is a Fujimi NEXT kit, meaning that it will have multicolor parts. So, I got this at a local hobby store. I didn't actually expect these to be on sale in the US because I thought they didn't export, Fujimi didn't export to the US. But yeah, look on the outside, we have the Kuma sailing alongside that. I'm pretty sure that's the Akagi back there. I just built the Akagi last week. You have some details on how you can build it, along with some of the details. This kit wasn't meant for exporting, so it doesn't have that much English on there. It says you can cut open the box, and it has stickers on there, just like any other Fujimi kits. Okay, so let's open this up and see what we have in here. So this is freshly sealed, straight from the manufacturer. Let's see. Alright, so we have our instructions and our painting guides right here. So this is instructions and this is painting guide. Here we have all of the sprues, and here's the paint. And then here is the instructions. They'll show you what's aboard the ship. Let's pull this open and see what we have in here. So, what we're assembling the hulls together like this. So the upper gray hull, the lower red hull, they come together. Then you build the deck goes on there. So it seems like the details have already been molded in for you. So as the hull, just like you can see here, because the details have already been molded down on there, when the brown deck comes on, it'll just stick out, which is really nice. Then right here, it looks like you're adding some forward green elements, and then the torpedo tubes go down there. And yeah, so it has 4 torpedo tubes per side. Interesting. You build the back superstructure right there. Then you put the forward deck on there with the mounting for the gun. This Y part, I think this is like a cable of some sort. Then you build the main deck along with the propeller shafts at the back. So the propeller shafts just go in there like that. Then you build the seaplane, like the seaplane floats and additional small details along the hull. Then you build some small superstructure pieces, like that's a rangefinder and then the machine gun. Then you build the 3 funnels, you know, the Kumas with their 3 funnels, always looking pretty nice. On the back, you build all the gun turrets, and you can elevate or have them lowered because one is behind another, and then you put the turrets on like that. So yeah, the Kumas had these 7 guns. So what is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gun broadside. So that's like an Emerald. That's comparable to an Emerald class cruiser of the UK. Okay, yeah, and then we build the boat davits, and the boats go on. And then over here, you build the superstructure. Details in the mast come together. You build the seaplane, which is green. And the superstructure, catapult, and seaplane, and the crane all go on there. Then you build the main mast, and then the supports for the mast. And then additional davits go on. You build the stand. Everything goes on the stand, and you're finished. And then back here with some of the extra details in case you want to build it with additional details. So, now let's look at the sprues. Right here, we have the brown deck. So all the deck parts are molded in dark brown, the classic IJN. These lines are raised, so if you want to do a line on them, you can totally do that. Panel lines look pretty nice, and all the holes are so that when you build it, it sticks through the main hull. Like the gray piece will stick through. Right here, we have the lower hull, which is... Let's get my light over here. It looks better. Here's the lower hull. It's actually pretty small. It's about the size of a destroyer, actually. That's pretty nice. But it's detailed very nicely as well. Okay, here we have the main hull. This has... You can see all the details that would stick out, and that deck would go on. And it just attached to the bottom there. Panel lines on here look actually very nice, and you have the place for the torpedo launchers in here as well. It's pretty sweet. Right here, we have the guns. So these are the 140mm guns. the turrets for them, the single casements, and you have the back superstructure right there. Actually, move my camera down a bit. Here's the stand, pretty standard stand. It comes with the bottom little feet, and then here's the bottom foot. Actually, this is the top. It just goes on like that. It's pretty normal for the Fujimi stands. Here would have been the little two things that would go inside the torpedo launcher area. I think there's like the canvas covers for it. Then you have the forward superstructure, along with the details associated with that, and you get another gun turret right here. So yeah, this thing's really the size of a destroyer. You have the 3 funnel caps right there. Noticeably, the 3 funnels are actually different from each other. Right here, you have the detail out parts, including some of the stairs, machine guns, and additional small details. Right here, you have the 4 propellers that just go on the propeller shafts. This sprue has that pipe-looking thing running along the entire length of the ship. The masts, some superstructure parts. Yeah, and that's the tripod mast right there. And those are like the little ammo boxes for the guns. Yeah. Okay, next sprue, we have the seaplane. It's a small little biplane. It'll just go on there. It looks pretty nice. Right here, we have the decal set for it. So here's all the decals for all the boats. And here's the decals for this ship exclusively. You have the parts for the plane in here as well. Like those. I think those were for the wings. A little green part I mentioned earlier is for the wings. Next part right here, we have... I think these are the bases for the... So yeah, you have the bases for the funnels right there. Actually, let's just get this opened up so I can see this better. Okay, so yeah, those are the funnels previously. And this part is the forward superstructure, the roof, and then the area, like the captain area. And you also have range finders that come with this. So let's put this back in, don't want to lose it. This sprue, let's open this one up and see what we have in here. We have the catapult, guns, and then the boats, twin torpedo launchers, some of the capstan details, and the boat davits right here, along with a machine gun. It's a Type 25. And you also have the searchlight right there. And these appear to be duplicate sprues, so these two are the same. And then right here we have the propeller shaft and the propeller shaft holder thing. So these are very tiny little pieces. And you also have the rudder there. So I need to make sure I don't mess up like what I did on the Akagi and got the propeller shaft arrangement wrong. And then right here you have the little window for the bridge. It's a tiny little piece, molded in clear. It's always nice to see that. And then lastly, we have the boats, forward deck, masts, additional gun barrels, and then small details along the hull of the ship. So yeah, what I have to say is like this kit does give you a lot of small parts, and by itself, the ship isn't that big. So honestly, I think this will look pretty cool because you have a lot of details and something that's pretty small, pretty similar to what I did with the Akizuki, and it'll look pretty nice. So yeah, this is my my completed review, or just my unboxing for this Kuma. This is actually a pretty long video because there's a lot to say actually. For a kit this small, there's a lot to say. Yeah, anyways, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and share this video.